Hey, I just went up the stairs. I'm really tired. Hey there, BookTube. I know this is going to be a weird first video, especially for a BookTube channel, but I feel like an explanation is necessary in this situation. During summer, I read a couple books for school. After reading those books, I got back in the reading mood because I haven't been reading from middle school on. Elementary school, I read books like all the time. I'd read them outside of school and everything. I had a blast reading in elementary. Middle school, it started dwindling down. I still read some, and that was good. I'm glad that I did still read a little bit. But then high school came and anything not necessary for school to read, I didn't read. I decided not to. And it's not like I stopped buying books. I kept buying books, but the collection is getting up and up more, as you can probably see. After reading those 2 books for school, I suddenly felt in the mood to read, like a lot more. And I started to quench my thirst by looking through YouTube, because YouTube, I've always been on YouTube, basically. Near the start of it, a couple of years after YouTube started, I got on and I've never stopped using it. That's like one thing that's never changed in my life is YouTube. I love YouTube so much, I don't think I'll ever hate YouTube. So what happened was, I tried watching videos to quench my thirst, and that's when I stumbled upon BookTube. I had no idea there was a booktubing community on YouTube. I had no idea. But again, I found the whole community, and it was awesome. And I thought, you know what, if I was going to get back into reading, now would be the time. So I started making videos. I have an introductory video. I have a couple tags. I had a first haul, and I had all that. I made a ton of, well, not a ton, but I made a fair amount of videos over the summer. And I never posted them. Yay me! I don't know why I didn't post them. It was just I didn't have that urge to, and I was kind of scared. I don't know how well I was going to be received. I still don't know how well I'm going to be received. I'm hoping that you guys like me. Basically, back on the subject, I didn't post anything, and then school came and I was busy. I played football, now I'm playing soccer for school. I'm taking a lot of AP classes, and I've been really busy, and I haven't really had much time to do any videos or anything, and I might not have much time these weeks either because finals are coming up, or midterm tests, whatever. I'm going to have to study a lot for those. But I am going to try to start posting, and in fact, after I make this video, I will post, and I can tell you ahead of time, this is not my introductory video. I just needed this to let you guys know what's going on with my channel. So basically, the first couple of videos, it's going to be the videos that I made during the summer. So I'm going to say where I am in a certain book, but that's not true. I'm way past that right now. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, and I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update. So basically, this is how my channel is going to work out. This video is going to come up first, just to give a quick little warning to you guys. Hopefully a couple days later I'm going to post my first introductory video, which is really long. It's like an introductory and a book haul all in one. I'll try to make it convenient for you guys. But anyway, let's just get on with my explanation of the channel. So basically, those first couple of videos after this one will be from the summer. But yeah, so after those sort of videos, I'm going to slowly get caught up. I'm probably going to make a couple of videos this weekend, maybe, hopefully. That's basically my explanation. Now, let me just give you a quick little catch-up. Along with the books that I did haul, I got 2 more books that I'm not really going to include in a haul. So this is, the 2 books that I got were The Darkest Minds, because, oh, I should probably say the author too, shouldn't I? By Alexandra Bracken. In this book, a lot of people have talked and said that this is one of their favorite books, one of the favorite series so far, and I heard it's pretty good, and it sounds really interesting. Actually, honestly, the synopsis sounds kind of a little bit messy, because she wakes up. Here, let me just read you the synopsis real fast. Basically, it's her 10th birthday, and she has this talent, I guess you can call it, or the special power, and basically she's put in a rehabilitation camp, breaks out, and basically her and some of the other people are now on the road. So it's basically like a road trip / dystopian sort of book, and a lot of people like it, so I'm excited to read it. It sounds really interesting. I want to see how Mrs. Bracken tries to put everything together, and I'm glad I picked this up. Yeah. A couple days later on Black Friday, I actually went, this is the only store I went to, Barnes & Noble. It was the only store I went to. I didn't think they had any deals other than on the the ebooks and the Nooks and whatever, because I looked on their website and they didn't really mention anything. But I went in there and this book was 50% off hardback, and it totaled basically to be less than a normal YA paperback. So I bought it, of course, why wouldn't I? And that book is The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. I actually really did want to buy this when it first came out, but I decided not to, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I got like $9 off in savings, which is pretty dang awesome. And this has a lot of mixed reviews. I do know, I have the first book in his other series, the Monstrumologist series. Haven't read it yet, but don't judge. I have so many books I need to read, it's ridiculous. All the major series that everyone's like, oh my god, it's so good, you have to finish this series. I haven't even like finished. Harry Potter, haven't finished. Hunger Games, haven't even read the first one. Legend, haven't read. Divergent, haven't read. Just calm down, okay? I know I'm behind. I'm really far behind. But I'm going to do my best to catch up, and I really do want to catch up. And that's why I have all the books that I hauled. You'll see them later. But basically it's just because I need to get caught up, and I need to do it really fast, but I'm not a fast reader, which is not a good combination, but I'm trying my best. I'm reading as fast as I can. I'm going to read like as many books as I can, because I need to get back into reading, and I do like reading. I really enjoy it a lot. I need motivation, and you guys will be the motivation. I explained all this in my introductory video, or not introductory, yeah, my introductory video, which is the next video I should post within like 1 or 2 days. So yeah, watch out for that. And yeah, so those are the books that I got. 1 second. The reason I put the books this way is so you can't cheat and see what books I got ahead of time. That is cheating, by the way. Can't do that. Oh my god! Ta-da! The Tower of the Books. So that was the first part of my introduction. The second part, I'll just really fast, because this video is longer than I wanted it to be. I'm just going to run through the books that I've read. Basically, during the summer, I talked about already reading this, Clockwork Orange, and I saw the movie too, and I was going to do a movie/book review. I'm pretty sure I recorded it. I'm not sure how the quality is, so I might or might not post that. But I can say I really did like this book. It's hard to say you like a book, especially one like a Clockwork Orange, just because of what it's about. Basically, it's about like this guy with this gang that are just hanging out and just doing all sorts of mischief. This book is like, it's messed up, but it's good, and like the moral at the very end is it's pretty good. I read the book, watched the movie. I did like the book more than the movie. I think I gave this 4 stars, 4 out of 5. I did like it. So then, something that I kind of complained about during the summer books, as you'll see, is Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. This is the sequel, kind of, to Adventures of Tom Sawyer, but you can read it as a standalone. I really did like this book. I gave it 4 out of 5. There were a couple things that I didn't like about it, which is the only reason why it's 4 out of 5, not 5 out of 5. I was kind of slow. I mean, it's a classic, and I did enjoy it, but there were parts where it was kind of slow. And The King and the Duke, I hated beyond belief. I think more than the author wanted you to. It was to the point where if he didn't get rid of those 2 characters, like, at that exact page, if it continued on just a little bit further, I would have been done with this book. I seriously would have like rage quitted so hard. I hated those characters so much. Okay, and then after that, after the school reading, I read a couple books on my own. The first book I read was Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I did really like this book. A couple things, you know, I was kind of shaky on, didn't really like, but it was a really good book, and I nerded out so hard in this book. I had never read a book like that, and it was awesome. I really did enjoy it. So I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I did really enjoy this book. And the video game aspect is awesome. Like, I hope the Rift becomes real. Not the world, but that'd be cool if video games once became like that, you know? The book I read after that, I actually read this book, I believe, in like a day. And sorry it's all beat up. I lent it to friends and they beat it up. It's disappointing. That book is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. And it's only the dust jacket that's all ripped up, but still, shouldn't have lent it out to so many people, but it was such a good book, and I wanted so many people to read it. I really did like this book. I think I gave it 5 out of 5. That or 4.5 out of 5, but it's still, I really did like this book. And as you can see, this is one of the only books outside of school that I have post-it notes in, just because John Green is such a good writer that I had to mark down all the quotable stuff in his books, which, I mean, you could mark every page for that. I really did like this book. I actually read it in a day, and the situation that's pretty funny. We're driving back from visiting my grandparents, which is about a 2-hour trip, but I mean, I read the book there, and I was finishing on the way back, and I got to the part, and I basically had to like stop every 3 or 4 pages, looked out the window like in, you know, classic sad music video fashion, just looking out the window, tears, you know, like clogging up my eyes, starting to drip down my face. It was silent. I had to make sure, otherwise everyone would like notice and like look at me like, what's wrong with you, you know? But yeah, so I was like staring at the window, and I'm like collecting myself. I got this. I believe in it. I can do it. Look back. Read the next couple of lines. Look away again. It was, I mean, I hate John Green so much, but I love him so much for the exact same reason, just because of that. If he can make me cry like 5 or 6 times within like one book, congrats, dude. Yeah, I'm not afraid to admit I did cry. It was sad. Kudos, John Green. Way to make grown men cry. And then after that, school started, and I didn't have time to read much, as I said. But one of the books that we did read was called The Road by Cormac McCarthy. A very strange writing style, but I eventually got used to it. It was pretty cool, actually. I think I gave this book 3 out of 5 stars, because I don't know, something about this book. A lot of the people in my class that read this book, they really did enjoy it. But for some reason, I didn't like it that much. It was, it's basically a post-apocalyptic book, and that's all it is, basically. It's about this father and his son just on this big road trip. Really no destination. They're kind of just fumbling through, trying to survive. And, I mean, it was good, but with so many games and books, like post-apocalyptic, I'm pretty sure this book did come out before that whole apocalyptic phase, that it would have been really good and new, but now it's so like overdone and everything that I don't know. I couldn't bring myself to really enjoy this book. I mean, it was good. I liked it. I didn't enjoy it as much as all the other people did. And the ending, a lot of the people in my class cried. I didn't, honestly. I didn't even like tear up. I mean, it was depressing. The whole book is depressing. Like all the descriptions, bleak, black, and cold. There you go. But yeah, so 3 out of 5. After reading The Road, basically we had to read this book over the series of a couple weeks, and honestly this turned into one of my favorite classics that I've read, and that is Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. This book I really enjoyed. It does take a long time to get through, and we just finished it like a week ago, but this book, I really enjoyed it, and I would love to make a review of it, but we analyzed it so much in class that like I'm kind of tired of analyzing it. But just letting you know, it is about a person who committed a crime, and basically the whole book he's trying to avoid getting caught and everything, and it's all about suffering and that sort of thing. So yeah. It's a really philosophical book. Does bring up some good questions, and it's really drawn out, I will admit, but I still enjoyed it so much. So I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. It was fantastic. I loved it. Wrap this all up. The book I'm reading right now, and the cover ripped. I'm sad. But the book is called The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Haddon. Why do authors have like hard names? Like they always like do the weirdest names ever. Why can't they just be like something simple like John Green? I like his name. It's a good author name. I'm reading this book right now. I'm about on page 129, and it's only 200 pages. In fact, I'm probably going to finish it today, honestly. and after I read it, this is a book I do want to have a book talk about, but I've never done a book talk before. Never really done a good book review before, so I think I'm going to try it first with this one. I'm liking the book a lot so far. Honestly, the first 100 pages, it was okay. I mean, I was enjoying it. It was decent. But then a big twist happened, and now I'm starting to really enjoy it, and it's really picking up for me. Can't wait to finish this book, and then after that, I don't know, I'm just going to pick up another book, keep going, see if we can get this train rolling. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update, pre-update I should say, of why the video is going to be kind of weird and like ordered differently, and I'm going to say one thing in a video but then might be way behind in another. Just wanted to explain that, so I think we're done here. Yeah, and hopefully I'll get caught up on videos soon. Let's go, and by the way, you'll understand this exiting later, so bye.